I only take away the Power Rangers because too
naughty.
Yeah, too naughty. It's all boys. Then, but actually, I play a lot of video about Disneyland.
Yeah, Disney movies.
And music.
Did you find this is also interesting for me as a native speaker, because parents sometimes in Taiwan they bring up their kids to have excellent English and their English isn't very good. Like, how do they communicate with their kids? And I think it's really, I take my hat off to you for creating an English environment and also trying to communicate and learn English at the same time as your kids, because a lot of parents are so busy living their lives and doing their own things that they don't spend the time and the effort to really communicate with their kids. That's why I think the English levels are not so great for a lot of families, because the parents are not able to support that. So did you find your English also grew and developed as your kids' English grew, or how did it work? I mean,
of course, yes. But I think this more important is the parents' concept, the ideas. If the parents, maybe they don't speak English, but actually they can just make an environment for the kids, like TV, like a good movie or good video or music. I think the environment is very important. Even the parents, they don't speak English, but they can still let the kids stay in the good surrounding area or the environment. So I think that's the concept of the parents.
I'm also wondering, how did you manage with 5 kids? I mean, I've got 3, and that's a handful. I mean, my wife and I are always busy, but how did you manage 5 kids? I mean, and they're all so successful, they're all so independent and strong people.
That's very easy.
What did you do?
Yeah.
What's the magic? What's the secret?
You just need 5 kids. I always tell the people, if 1 kid or 2 kids, they are very naughty. But if 5 kids, then there will becomes a group. Yeah. So they don't find you anymore.
And how did you find
They
Cornell?
are busy to play each other.
How did you find Cornell?
Oh.
Janet, right?
Yes.
How did you find Cornell? What made you decide on Cornell, I mean, at the time, to send kids here?
I'm looking for a good environment for my kids. I think it's Ronnie, when he was two and a half, right? Yeah. And then he's still in a diaper. And then at that time,
to run and jump.
Actually, I have to go deliver. I mean, that is Robbin. Yes. That is the time. And then I'm looking for a school. I think there are many kindergarten that time is both Chinese and English.
Bilingual.
Yeah, bilingual. And then I think this is the place the God or the Buddha asked me come to find out. Anyway, it just come out. Then I just walk in and then I talk to the teachers. And then I think that is a very good school. Especially is the we call software. They're very important. Materials is very important. Not the hardware. And it's not because of the school is very big, or the building is quite fancy or a lot of game rooms. It's not really important for a school. The important is the materials, and the important is about the teachers. Yes. So that is the reason at Ronnie come at the first. This is the first kids, and then after that, continue going. Yes.
And now we're in 2014, right? This is the year of the horse.
Oh yes.
And kindergartens have blossomed up all over Taiwan. Schools everywhere. You can find language schools to teach you pretty much anything you want. And it's really, really tough for parents to decide where to send their kids.
Right.
What advice could you give them in choosing a good school for their kids?
Actually, me and my husband, we moved from States to Taiwan. It's because I like my kids grow up in Taiwan. It's because of language, Chinese. But very important is English. The English is also one of the very important language for no matter which school, which university, which country you are going. Like Roger, actually, he stay in I mean, English environment of his time, right? Before the
whole life.
Yes.
Until now.
But when he high school, he decided to transfer to different path to Chinese. But he still can do it just because we are in Cornell before. It's because he both studied Chinese and English.
I think a lot of parents have this fear that if they send their kids to an English school, then the Chinese will not be good enough.
Right.
So maybe that's some good news. Maybe you've been in an English environment your whole life. It's not too late to still catch up and be very good at Chinese. I mean, but you're in a language melting pot where there are, if you can speak 2 or 3 or 4 languages, you're more able to cope with learning new things.
Yes.
Just smarter, I guess.
And then because they was in Cornell when they was kindergarten, so actually they have a already very they actually this is like an American environment.
Yes.
So basically they have the very good foundation of the English speaking or even grammars. They are just in the environment of America, but they still go to the local Chinese school. So I think this is very important. This is for parents to know. If you once the kids stay in Chinese school and the American school, actually they are both very important. So you must choose one school is they have a very good foundation about the American culture, both and American. I mean, how to say that? Is they study in both American and the Chinese. It's very important. So if you only choose only Chinese school, then you don't have a very good foundation about English.
Yes.
So that's very important. This is a really good school for the parents to choose.
Did you find that having kids going to both schools made them better people, like their character, their personality? Because they had a lot more friends in different languages and different cultures, they're more open-minded.
Yeah, right.
Perhaps?
Right. Yes, of course. Like Ronnie, I think he's staying in this school for 10 years, right?
Yeah. I think for the personality problem is like if you're in Chinese school, you learn memorize everything. Like everything's so disciplined and you memorize everything. There's not much creativity to anything you do. But for Cornell, like English environment here, you're free to sing, to learn or to speak whenever you want, to answer. So I think that balances your personality and gives you like a good thing, I think, for me. Because for me, like what's different to them is I actually graduated from an elementary school in Taiwan.
Yeah.
So I stayed longer in the Chinese school and I also stayed longer in Cornell too. So I think this balanced my personality to have both, I think. Yeah.
I think from my experience of Cornell students, I feel they're very adaptable people, because you at your elementary school, your Chinese elementary school, you have to follow these rules. Yeah. And when you come to this school, you have got to follow these other rules, which are kind of more open-ended. Right. So you kind of have to adapt to different situations. Do you feel this has kind of helped you be more adaptable to traveling and studying in other more challenging environments?
I think Cornell taught us how to be creative, because in the Chinese local schools, as Ronnie said, everything is so stuck, so disciplined. But here, we had to write our own speeches, we had to write our own essays. Just everything helped us learn how to use our creativity, our imagination more. So I felt like it definitely helped us become more well-rounded people.
That's why when they are in Chinese school, they all went to the English speech competition.
Yeah.
They're all champion because it's easy for them.
So would you give people advice to enter these competitions even if they don't win, just to kind of give them a chance,
confidence to show, and then actually they can practice in Cornell because they can ask the teacher to help. because they were going to the computation, in Chinese school. And then actually the Cornell school, the material is quite Americanized, quite localized. That's why. And then even the teachers is all hired from states. It's different to other local English school, because most of the school they just hire the maybe it's foreigner from local. You don't know how long, or what kind of background he has in the
professional
teacher. Yes. Maybe it's not professional teacher, but in Cornell, actually every teacher is hiring from overseas, and then they are just working for Cornell. That's very important. Every teachers they are work only for Cornell, not part-time job. So it's quite different.
Job hopping.
Jumping, yes, it's not. It's quite different. I still remember when Ronnie was, the parents. Actually, some of the parents, when they were like 3 or 4 grade, I think that is the time the parents they think is both Chinese and English is quite heavy duty.
Yes.
Especially after the Chinese school, then have to go to the Cornell, and at that time, many parents they are thinking to move to other school, or they are thinking to quit. But I think I tried that time to tell them, this is a really good school. You need to let the kids stay. You will see after they graduate. Yeah.
Be consistent.
Be consistent. That's yes, very important. So I'm thinking the software is very important, and more important than the hardware.
I agree. That's really. If you have a fancy computer but no software, it's not going to work.
Right. That's more important.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
And I just say thank you.
You can continue have 5 kids.
My wife, 3 is enough. She cannot have any more. Okay, I think that wraps it up. I don't know, what else can we say? Goodbye. Maybe, Ronnie, if you could say goodbye in Spanish. Could you?
Yeah.
Or just say something in Spanish? I mean,
Well,
my
actually,
Spanish is 0.
Robin speaks Spanish too, but
You also
we
speak
can both
Spanish?
say,
We both learn Spanish.
Yeah.
Grief.
And
I
Japanese.
just said hola, that's it?
Hola.
Hola. It's like, what's it? Diego and Dora the Explorer. Speak a lot of Spanish, right? If you want to speak some Spanish?
Adiós y hasta luego.
Okay, maybe a little bit.
Oh. Adiós y hasta luego.
Okay, that's from Ronnie. Okay, Robin?
También adiós hasta luego.
What does that mean?
I said same goodbye, see you guys later.
Goodbye, see you later.
Just gonna...
Bye.
Thanks, Roger.
Thank you.
Say Japanese.
You can say it in a Chinese accent.
Okay, thanks, Stephanie. Ooh, Japanese, Chinese, English, and Spanish.
That is all because they have a very good foundation of English. That's why they can start to learn a second language.
They know
overseas.
how to.
Yes, they know how to do it, and then there's more skills. Yes.
Wow. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And